Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-dusting off the history books to explore some incredible stories from the 19th century that you probably never heard about in school. This was an era of massive change, industrial revolutions, sprawling empires, and groundbreaking inventions. But beyond the famous names and headline events, countless fascinating tales have been lost to time. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's travel back to a world of forgotten heroes, bizarre events, and astonishing discoveries. First up, let's talk about the Great Stink of London in 1858. Now, that name alone is pretty memorable, right? For centuries, London's River Thames was essentially an open sewer. People just dumped everything into it. By the mid-19th century, with the population booming, the problem reached a crisis point. The summer of 1858 was unusually hot, and the heat cooked the raw sewage festering in the river, unleashing a smell so overpowering that it was literally unbearable. Imagine a stench so bad that Parliament had to soak their curtains in chloride of lime just to get through their meetings. The smell was more than just unpleasant. People believed it was deadly, thanks to the miasma theory, which held that bad smells carried disease. This public health emergency, this great stink, finally forced the government into action. A brilliant engineer named Joseph Bazalgette was tasked with a monumental project, creating a modern sewer system for London. Over the next decade, he oversaw the construction of over 1,000 miles of tunnels and pipes, a revolutionary system that cleaned up the Thames and dramatically improved public health. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes it takes a truly terrible situation to inspire world-changing innovation. Bazalgette isn't a household name, but his work saved countless lives and still serves London today. Now, let us journey across the Atlantic to the United States and meet a woman who defied every single expectation of her time. Her name was Mary Fields, but she was better known as Stagecoach Mary. Born into slavery around 1832, Mary gained her freedom after the Civil War. She was a force of nature, 6 feet tall, tough as nails, and known for her love of cigars and a good brawl. She wasn't someone you'd want to cross. After working various jobs, including for a convent of nuns, Mary decided to apply for a job that was exclusively for men, a star route carrier for the United States Postal Service. At over 60 years old, she not only got the job, but became a legend. She was the second woman and the first African-American woman to hold this position. For 8 years, she and her trusty mule, Moses, braved blizzards, treacherous terrain, and would be bandits to deliver mail in the rugged Montana wilderness. She never missed a day. If the snow was too deep for her wagon, she'd strap on snowshoes and carry the mail bags on her shoulder. Her reliability and sheer grit earned her the respect of everyone in the town of Cascade. When she retired, the mayor even gave her a special exemption, allowing her to drink in the saloons alongside the men of privilege no other woman in town had. Stagecoach Mary's story is a testament to incredible resilience and breaking down barriers. From the American West, let's head to the icy expanse of the Arctic. We all know about famous polar explorers, but have you ever heard of the Greely Expedition? In 1881, a team of 25 American men, led by Adolphus Greely, set out on a scientific mission to the high Arctic. Their goal was to establish an observation station and collect meteorological and magnetic data. For 2 years, things went relatively well. They explored new territories and even set a new record for farthest north. But their scheduled resupply ships failed to reach them, not once, but twice, due to impenetrable sea ice. Stranded and running out of food, Greely made the desperate decision to lead his men south, hoping to meet a rescue party. What followed was a harrowing journey of starvation, frostbite, and unimaginable suffering. They were forced to trek across a brutal, frozen landscape, eventually making a final, desperate camp on a barren island. When a rescue party finally found them in 1884, only 6 of the original 25 men were still alive, barely clinging to life. The story of the Greely expedition is a tragic but important one. It's a stark reminder of the immense dangers of polar exploration and the raw, unforgiving power of nature. It also highlights the incredible human drive to survive against all odds, even in the most desolate corners of the Earth. Let's shift gears from tragedy to a truly bizarre chapter in scientific history, the Bone Wars. In the late 19th century, paleontology was a new and exciting field, and to American scientists, Othniel Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope were at its forefront. They started as friends but soon became bitter, obsessive rivals. Their competition to discover and name the most dinosaur fossils turned into an all-out war. It was a no-holds-barred feud that lasted for decades. They spied on each other, bribed each other's workers, stole fossils, and even destroyed dig sites to prevent the other from finding anything. They rushed to publish their findings, often making hasty, embarrassing errors in their race to claim credit. At one point, Cope famously published a reconstruction of an Elasmosaurus with its head on the wrong end of its body at the tip of its tail. Marsh, of course, publicly delighted in pointing out the mistake. While their methods were destructive and unethical, the Bone Wars had an unintended positive outcome. Their frantic digging led to the discovery of over 130 new species of dinosaurs, including iconic ones like the Stegosaurus, Triceratops, and Allosaurus. They laid the foundation for our understanding of dinosaurs, but their story is a wild cautionary tale about how personal ego and rivalry can drive science in some very strange directions. Finally, let us travel to New Zealand and hear the story of the Taravera eruption of 1886. Before this devastating event, the region was famous for one of the world's natural wonders, the pink and white terraces. These were magnificent silica formations, like giant, cascading wedding cakes, where geothermally heated water flowed into Lake Rotomahana. They were considered the 8th wonder of the natural world and attracted tourists from all over the globe. But in the early hours of June 10, 1886, Mount Taravera violently erupted without warning. The eruption was colossal, burying villages, destroying the landscape, and tragically obliterating the pink and white terraces forever. They were thought to be completely lost. For over a century, the terraces were just a memory, a legend captured only in paintings and early photographs. But fast forward to the 21st century. In 2011, using advanced sonar technology, scientists rediscovered portions of the pink terraces buried under layers of mud and ash at the bottom of the lake. It was a stunning discovery, like finding a lost city. It's a story that beautifully connects the 19th century to our own time, showing how even when we think something is gone forever, technology can help us uncover the secrets of the past. It's a story of loss, but also one of rediscovery and hope. And there you have it, 5 incredible stories from the 19th century that deserve to be remembered. From London's Great Stink to the Wild Bone Wars, these tales show us a side of history that's messy, human, and absolutely captivating. It just goes to show that for every famous event we learn about, there are 1,000 smaller, forgotten stories waiting to be told. What are some of your favorite forgotten historical events? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the past, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you next time.